All right, we're back, and now let's talk about the first and only album that Marvin Gaye did with Mary Wells called Together. This was one of the first albums that Marvin Gaye had to actually chart. Marvin Gaye, of course, was a rising star. Of course, his last album flopped, and Motown was struggling trying to get him some level of spotlight exposure um, to audience to keep this whole thing going. And Mary Wells was it. Mary Wells had a hit. My Guy, I think the Beatles loved her, and she was one of the stars that were on Motown at the time. So they put them two together, and needless to say, it worked. The album mainly consists of just standards and show tunes, but it got him the exposure he needed. He charted. Marvel was on his way up, and Mary Wells unfortunately made a decision at the urging of her husband to do something different, and she left the label, and we it was it for her. But Marvin would take off from here. He would still try to do the little, Nat King Cole things, maybe one or two more times. But at the end of the day, on this one, you find Marvin singing really in his groove and really kind of going for it on here. And I think that was it, man. I think that was the beauty of what we had here and what people loved. Today, they have a version that has, a lot of bonus tracks on it, which has a really good record on there, I'm Yours, You're Mine, where you kind of really hear Marvin singing as well. I think After the Lights Go Down, The Late Late Show also have some really good recordings and some really strong vocals from Marvin as well. Mary Wells did her thing, but unfortunately she did her thing and got her off the label voluntarily, I might add. And that was it. So Together. After this, since she left, Marvin worked with Tammy Terrell and Kim Weston. We would definitely talk about those albums when the time arrived. So, yeah, check it out. Go listen to it. And from here, man, we're about to really take off. We have a couple of bumps along the way, but, we're going to be along for the ride. So that's it. That's today's album, Marvin Gaye and Mary Wells Together.